Delivery confidence. That phrase captures both the goal of this challenge and the gap it is trying to close. For teams managing complex programs, confidence in delivery is not just a nice to have, it is the difference between leading a program and reacting to it. Introducing the team, called Rock and Royce, is Charlie, Gavin, and Matt. Rolls-Royce asked participants to work with synthetic delivery data and build something practical, something that helps people see problems earlier, understand why they are happening, and decide what to do about them. The challenge had 4 clear asks.
Before we talk about what we built, it's worth being clear about what the problem actually is. Pain point 1, slippage is recognised too late. Pain point 2, forecast dates move between periods, but without any explanation. Point 3, under pressure, committed work quietly loses priority. Pain point 4, capacity constraints in work centres directly affect delivery, but the connection is rarely visible. And pain point 5, standardised reporting treats all programmes the same. These are not isolated problems. Together, they represent a persistent lack of visibility and a real deficit in the confidence that delivery leaders need to act decisively. This challenge sits at the intersection of delivery performance, operational control, and leadership confidence. It's not a data problem, it's a visibility problem, and one that requires moving beyond static reporting into something that actively connects planning, capacity, and execution. So, what did we build? We built a risk RAG engine, a structured multi-signal scoring model that takes the raw activity and capacity data and turns it into a clear, explainable risk status for every task, every period. The output is a risk status that is not just a color, it's an explanation. Red tasks come with a reason, a type, a trend, and a watch level. That means the right people can take the right action. Let's map back to the 5 pain points. Slippage seen too late, forecast drift and negative float flags fire while there is still time to act. Red status triggers before the miss is recorded, not after. Forecast drift unexplained. Period on period comparison gives every date movement a direction and a momentum label. Accelerating deterioration looks different from a one-off slip, and the engine shows that distinction clearly. Committed work lost in noise. The COM override is a deliberate design decision. If a task is committed and its work center is under capacity pressure, it goes straight to red, regardless of any other score. Committed work cannot be buried. Capacity link invisible. Utilization data is joined to every activity at the point of scoring. Capacity risk is a first-class input, not an afterthought. The connection between resource pressure and delivery outcomes is made explicit. And standardized reporting masking differences. Risk type distinguishes between structural constraints and operational ones. Watch levels vary by program and work center. The engine surfaces archetypes, not averages.
This was built on synthetic data, but it was built to be used on the real thing. The pipeline has 5 steps. Connect the live P6 activity exports and capacity feeds. Capture a snapshot at each accounting period close. Run the scoring pipeline automatically on each new snapshot. Alert the right personas and act, with donor and reallocation flags already surfaced. The engine as it stands is genuinely useful, but it is also a foundation. In the near term, the priority is automation, a dashboard that refreshes at period close, persona filtered views, and proactive alerts via email or Teams when tasks turn red or deteriorate rapidly. Strategically, this points towards a digital twin of program delivery, a live signal that continuously compares planning assumptions against execution reality. Ultimately, a single leadership confidence index backed by AI assistive narrative that tells the whole story in one place.
So to close, the problem is real, and it's not going away. Delivery teams across complex programs face exactly the visibility deficit this challenge describes. The engine works. Multi-signal RAG scoring combined with trend and momentum tracking gives every task a clear and explainable status. It's actionable, committed work is protected, donors are flagged, and interventions are specific. It scales because it was designed around live data from the start, and it grows from what you've seen today through to predictive scoring, automation, and a leadership confidence layer that changes how programs are led. Thank you.
To answer question 1, our solutions evaluate data through a multi-signal risk scoring engine that focuses on early indicators of delivery failure. Each activity is assessed against 4 signals: forecast date drift, zero or negative float, capacity pressure in the work center, and whether the task has already been recorded as a miss. These signals combine into an explainable RAG status. But the key strength here is what happens over time. We track this risk period on period, capturing trend and momentum, so we can see whether risk is accelerating, stabilizing, or recovering. That's how strategy is recommended. Capacity-driven REDs surface reallocation opportunities, and that's how committed work is automatically protected through a hard escalation rule. Learning happens through repeated snapshots today, and this creates a clear pathway for future predictive scoring, using historical patterns to recognize which signals most often lead to failure and intervene even earlier. The solution was designed around personas rather than dashboards. Project managers and planners see which tasks are at risk, why they're at risk, and whether that risk is getting better or worse. Work center leads see demand versus capacity directly tied to delivery outcomes, so pressure is visible and prioritization is clear. Senior leaders see patterns, which program drift repeatedly, which work centers are structurally overloaded, and where intervention will have the biggest impact. Insights are easy to derive because everything is explainable. Red and amber statuses always come with a clear reason, trend and momentum, not just a color, so users can understand the story immediately without needing analytics expertise. The engine has been designed to be secure, transparent, and adaptable. It works off standard activity and capacity extracts and mirrors enterprise source structures. So deployment requires connection rather than system change. All logic is rule-based and explainable. There are no black box decisions, which aligns well with governance, assurance, and audit requirements. Crucially, thresholds, overrides, and watch levels are configurable. That means